Imagine waking up one day and realizing the spark you once had in the bedroom has faded. The energy, the responsiveness, the deep connection with your partner. It's not gone completely, but it's weaker, slower, and leaves you feeling frustrated in a way you never expected. For many men over 60, this slow change creeps in quietly, stealing confidence and intimacy, leaving you wondering if this is simply the way it has to be. But what if the answer isn't a pill, a risky procedure, or giving up altogether, but something so simple you could start tonight? I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a urologist specializing in men's health for over 30 years. I've helped thousands of men navigate these exact challenges, combining medical science with safe, natural strategies that restore vitality and confidence without the dangerous side effects so many men fear. Most men believe that once performance starts to fade, the only options are medication or resignation. But there's a centuries-old remedy hiding in plain sight that modern research now confirms can boost circulation, soften stiff tissues, calm inflammation, and even reawaken sensation. And it works through a gentle nightly ritual that takes less than 2 minutes. In this video, I'll show you exactly how castor oil, that thick golden oil you've probably seen before, can transform not just your intimate health, but your overall wellness. You'll learn where and how to apply it for maximum benefit, and why consistency is the real secret. There's one small, overlooked spot that makes all the difference when you use this method. Miss it, and you get half the results. Hit it just right, and the change can be remarkable. I'll reveal that critical detail in just a moment. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another trusted men's health tip designed for you. And I'd love to hear from you. If this topic speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. And tell me how I can make these videos more helpful for you. Now, let's start by understanding what's really happening to a man's body after 60. Before we talk about solutions, we need to look at the hidden physical changes that quietly affect performance, confidence, and intimacy. Because once you know the cause, the path to fixing it becomes clear. 1. The real challenges men face after 60. After more than 3 decades of working with men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, I can tell you this. The changes that affect intimacy rarely happen overnight. They creep in quietly, almost unnoticed at first. Maybe you start to realize it takes a little longer to get going. Maybe the firmness isn't what it used to be, or you don't feel the same spark of sensation that once came so easily. For many men, these changes bring a subtle but deep sense of loss, a worry they often keep to themselves, even from the person they share their life with. One of the biggest culprits is reduced blood flow. Over the years, the blood vessels that feed the most delicate parts of your body lose flexibility, and less oxygen-rich blood reaches the tissues that need it most for strong, dependable erections. Then there's the gradual stiffness in the penile tissues themselves. Tiny scars and plaque can form, reducing elasticity, making intimacy less comfortable and sometimes even changing shape or function. But it doesn't stop there. Low-grade inflammation, the kind you may not feel directly, can settle into the pelvic region, slowly diminishing your body's ability to perform and recover. Add to that a decline in nerve sensitivity, where those vital pleasure signals take longer to reach your brain or feel weaker when they do, and the result is a quieter, less vivid, intimate experience. Finally, the skin changes. Over time, the skin in these sensitive areas can become thinner, drier, and more fragile, making every touch feel different than before. When you combine these factors, you see why so many men over 60 start to lose confidence and connection in the bedroom. But here's the truth. These are not signs that your best days are behind you. They're signals that your body needs a little extra care and support to work the way it's meant to. And there is a natural, time-tested way to help address each of these issues at its root, one that many men overlook completely. In fact, it might already be sitting in your home right now. And when used the right way, it can do far more than you think. Let's talk about why castor oil deserves your attention. 2. Why castor oil deserves your attention. Over the years, I've seen countless remedies come and go in the world of men's health. Some promise the moon, but deliver nothing more than disappointment. Others work, but only for a short while, and often with side effects that leave you feeling worse than when you started. That's why I'm always looking for solutions that are safe, time-tested, and truly effective. Castor oil is one of those rare gems that checks every box, yet most men don't realize its potential, especially for intimacy and overall wellness after 60. This thick, golden oil is pressed from the seeds of the castor plant, a simple shrub that has been part of traditional medicine for thousands of years. From ancient Egypt to India, it's been used for everything from soothing inflammation to easing pain and promoting healing. Its real magic lies in a unique compound called ricinoleic acid, a fatty acid with powerful anti-inflammatory and circulation-boosting properties. When applied to the skin, it penetrates deeply into the tissues, delivering relief where it's needed most. What makes castor oil so special for men's intimate health is that it addresses multiple challenges at once. It helps improve blood flow, so those vital tissues receive the oxygen and nutrients they need. It softens and conditions stiffened tissue, gently restoring flexibility. It calms inflammation, creating a healthier environment for both function and sensation. And it nourishes the skin, keeping it supple and resilient, something that becomes more important with every passing year. Perhaps what I appreciate most is how accessible it is. You don't need a prescription. You don't need complicated equipment. Just a small bottle, a few drops, and a couple of minutes each night. It's affordable, safe for most men, and when used consistently, the changes can be profound. And while castor oil's reputation in the bedroom is impressive, its benefits don't end there. In fact, it can enhance other areas of your health and comfort in ways you might never expect. And once you understand these surprising benefits, you'll see why this humble oil has earned a permanent place in my recommendations. Let's explore them one by one. 5. Surprising intimacy benefits for men over 60. When I first began suggesting castor oil to my older patients, many were skeptical. They would smile politely, sometimes even chuckle, wondering how something so simple could have any impact on such a personal and complex problem. But time after time, those same men returned with stories of change. Not overnight miracles, but steady, noticeable improvements that made them feel more alive, more confident, and more connected to their partners. And it's not just a feeling. There are real physiological reasons behind it. First, castor oil encourages better circulation to the intimate areas. Think of your blood vessels as pathways that have narrowed over the years. With gentle, consistent massage, the oil helps open those pathways, bringing fresh, oxygen-rich blood where it's needed most. This supports stronger, more reliable performance over time. Second, it softens and conditions stiff tissues. Age and microscarring can make these tissues less flexible, limiting comfort and function. Castor oil penetrates deeply, helping restore that natural suppleness. Third, it calms inflammation. You may not feel it, but low-grade inflammation can quietly damage tissue health and function. Ricinoleic acid works like a soothing balm, creating a healthier environment for both comfort and responsiveness. Fourth, it supports nerve health. Sensation can fade with age, but by improving blood flow and reducing inflammation, castor oil helps keep those delicate nerve pathways active and responsive, allowing pleasure signals to reach your brain more clearly. And fifth, it nourishes and protects the skin. In such sensitive areas, dryness or thinning can cause discomfort. Castor oil hydrates deeply, keeping skin soft, smooth, and resilient. These benefits often work together, creating a compounding effect. Men who stay consistent often find that their body begins to respond more naturally, as if waking up from a long rest. And what's even more exciting is that you don't need to spend hours to achieve this. Just a few mindful minutes each night can set the stage for remarkable change. Now, the key is knowing exactly how to apply it for maximum effect, and that's what we'll cover next. 4. How to apply castor oil for maximum benefit. Over the years, I've learned that even the most powerful natural remedies only work if you use them the right way. Castor oil is no different. I've had patients tell me they tried it once or twice and didn't notice much. And when I asked how they applied it, the answer was usually rushed, inconsistent, or in the wrong area altogether. The truth is, just like tending a garden, you need the right technique, the right location, and the patience to let it work over time. Start by choosing a high-quality oil, 100% pure, cold-pressed, and hexane-free. This ensures you're giving your body the cleanest, most potent version of this natural remedy. The best time to apply it is at night, right after a warm shower, when your skin is clean, your muscles are relaxed, and your pores are open to absorb the oil. You only need a small amount, about a quarter teaspoon in the palm of your hand. The key area is the perineum, the small space between the base of your scrotum and your anus. Massage gently toward the base of your penis and along the underside of the shaft. If you like, you can also apply a thin layer to the scrotum to nourish the skin. Keep your touch slow and deliberate, letting the oil absorb as you stimulate circulation in these tissues. Spend about 1 to 2 minutes, focusing on gentle, consistent motion rather than pressure. The real magic happens when you make this a nightly ritual. A single session won't transform you, but weeks of steady use can lead to remarkable changes in comfort, responsiveness, and overall vitality. Think of it as a small investment of time with a large return in quality of life. And while these steps may sound simple, the benefits don't stop with intimacy. This same nightly habit can bring unexpected improvements to other areas of your health. And some of them might surprise you more than you think. Let's look at what happens beyond the bedroom. 5. Beyond the bedroom, whole body benefits. One of the things I love most about castor oil is that its benefits don't end with intimacy. In fact, many of my patients who start using it for circulation and comfort in their intimate areas are pleasantly surprised to discover other positive changes happening in their body. It's as if this small nightly ritual sends a ripple of wellness through their entire system. For starters, castor oil is known to support lymphatic circulation. Your lymphatic system is like your body's internal cleaning crew, helping to remove waste, toxins, and excess fluid. As we age, this system can slow down, leaving us feeling heavy, swollen, or sluggish. Gentle topical use of castor oil in certain areas can help stimulate this flow, making you feel lighter and more energized. It can also bring comfort to stiff or aching joints. I've had men tell me that rubbing castor oil into sore knees or arthritic knuckles before bed has given them noticeable relief, allowing them to move more easily in the morning. The anti-inflammatory properties of ricinoleic acid aren't just for pelvic tissues. They work anywhere inflammation is causing discomfort. Skin health is another unexpected benefit. Castor oil deeply hydrates and protects, making it a wonderful treatment for dry patches, rough elbows, or brittle nails. Some men even notice thicker, healthier hair in their beard or scalp after regular use. And while it must be done with care and only under medical guidance, applying castor oil over the abdomen has been used traditionally to ease bloating or mild digestive discomfort. What I find remarkable is that by committing to this simple habit for one very personal reason, you often end up improving your overall quality of life in ways you didn't anticipate. It's a reminder that our bodies are interconnected. When you nurture one system, others respond as well. And speaking of transformation, I want to share with you the story of one of my patients who embraced this routine and experienced changes far beyond what he imagined. 6. A real patient story. Edward's transformation. Edward was 68 when he first came to see me, a retired engineer from a quiet town in Pennsylvania. From the outside, he looked like a man who had everything together. Steady posture, polite smile, a calm voice. But when we sat down in my office, he leaned in slightly and admitted something he hadn't told anyone else, not even his wife Sarah. He said, "Doctor, I just don't feel like myself anymore. My energy is low, my confidence in the bedroom is almost gone, and I feel like Sarah and I are losing the connection we've had for over 40 years." There was a heaviness in his tone, the kind that comes when a man starts to believe his best days are behind him. Edward wasn't interested in quick fixes or pills. He wanted something safe, natural, and sustainable, something that worked with his body, not against it. I introduced him to the castor oil routine, explaining how consistent application could help improve blood flow, soften tissues, and support nerve health. I also encouraged him to take short daily walks and stay well hydrated. He approached it like an engineer would, methodically and with discipline. Every night after his shower, he warmed a few drops of castor oil between his hands and massaged it into the perineal area and base of his penis exactly as I had shown him. He didn't expect overnight results, but he trusted the process. 2 months later, Edward walked back into my office, but this time his eyes had a spark I hadn't seen before. He told me, "It's like I've woken up again. I feel more comfortable, more responsive, and Sarah and I are connecting in a way I thought we'd lost forever." He wasn't talking about feeling like he was 20 again. He was talking about feeling present, confident, and alive. Edward's journey is a powerful reminder that small, consistent actions can lead to remarkable change. And while his story is inspiring, it's also important to understand the precautions every man should take before starting any new routine, no matter how natural it may seem. 7. Important medical notes. Over the years, I've seen men get excited about a natural approach, start using it diligently, and then make one critical mistake, assuming that because it's natural, it means they never have to see a doctor again. Let me be clear. While castor oil can be a powerful ally, it is not a replacement for professional medical care. In fact, one of the smartest things you can do before starting any new routine, even something as gentle as this, is to have a proper checkup. If you're experiencing persistent erectile dysfunction, chronic pelvic pain, unusual lumps, swelling, blood in your urine or semen, or any sudden changes in your intimate health, those are not just inconveniences. They can be early warning signs of underlying issues like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, hormonal imbalances, or prostate conditions. Ignoring them is like ignoring a warning light on your car's dashboard. It doesn't make the problem go away, it just gives it more time to get worse. I encourage every man I work with to view natural methods as part of a larger, proactive health strategy. That means partnering with your doctor, getting the right tests, and addressing both the symptoms you see and the silent ones you don't. When you combine professional guidance with consistent, targeted self-care, you give yourself the best possible chance to improve not just your intimate life, but your overall quality of life. And don't underestimate the emotional side of this equation. Seeking medical help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you care enough about yourself and your partner to protect what matters most. Your health, your peace of mind, and your connection deserve that level of commitment. Now that you understand both the potential and the precautions, it's time to put it all together. To see how a small nightly ritual can be the starting point for renewed energy, deeper connection, and a more vibrant life than you thought possible. Conclusion. When you step back and look at everything we've covered, the message is simple yet powerful. The changes you may be experiencing after 60, the slower response, the reduced sensation, the fading confidence, are not a sentence, they're a signal. Your body is telling you it needs attention, care, and the right kind of support. Castor oil, with its ability to improve circulation, soften tissues, calm inflammation, support nerve health, and nourish skin, offers a safe, natural way to address these needs. It's not a magic trick, but a gentle, consistent ritual that, over time, can help restore comfort, connection, and vitality in ways that feel genuine and lasting. You've also seen how this simple habit can ripple out beyond the bedroom, easing joint stiffness, supporting lymphatic health, improving skin, even aiding digestion. And through Edward's story, you've seen how small, deliberate steps can create real transformation. But remember, this works best when paired with professional guidance and regular checkups. Your golden years can be filled with energy, intimacy, and confidence. It starts with one small decision: to take action tonight, to care for yourself in a way your future self will thank you for. The next move is yours.